Hello, my friends. It's Nancy Vastine. Beading. I think I was on a delay. So we're here today to do some beading. But I wanted to tell you, I want these to stay there. I might just pull the thing out. I ran out of the leading. So I made my own. I took one of these little cups and I poured what leading I had in there. And then I thought, what am I going to thin it down with? So I got some glazing medium, and I stirred that in, and didn't seem like it was doing anything. And I didn't have quite enough, so I went and found my patio paint. Now this is for outdoor stuff. So I thought, well, that'll be good. So, and I wanted it really, really black. So this was black. And then I was looking on my shelves and I found this paint adhesion medium. So I mixed that in a little bowl and I mixed some more paint and I stirred it up. And then I wanted it to be somewhat glossy. So I put in some, I don't think I have it on my desk here, but I put in some heavy, well, it's not heavy, it's real glossy varnish. I put some of that in and mixed it up, and then I put it in a fine line writer, and it works really good. But I had too much for one writer, so I put it in two of them, and they're working really, really good. And I made these because my other ones are crappy, and I don't want to give these. And this one I'm not too happy with because it's got bubbles in it. But you know what? They're homemade. Even so, I'm going to be giving it away. Now, these are some beads that I made. This one is a Tyvek bead. It's made out of Tyvek envelopes, and then you heat it up with the heating gun. You roll it, and then you heat it up, and it burns a hole in it. I have a video on these. And these are regular rolled beads that I just put wire through and beaded them up this way, so you don't have to go through the bead. I wanted them to be pretty like that. Same with this one. So you got to have two of them. So one on the top, one on the bottom, one on the top, one on the bottom. Okay. And then I wanted to kind of have a spacer, I think, on the bottom before I put my charms. I got a couple of charms. She's into music. She's into guitars. And so I thought these would be pretty cute charms to put on the bottom. Now, I got a question on one of my comments of how I cut the holes in them. Before, don't roll away. Don't roll away, beads. Before, I was cutting them with this Tim Holtz cutter. And, you know, you just twist it down till it goes through. And that was working fine. I did all my other ones that way. But I saw somebody on YouTube cutting with their crocodile. So I'm going to try it with my crocodile and hope I don't crack my CD. If I crack my CD, I'm going to be really upset. But I know one thing, I don't want it in very far, so I'm going to move I want it in, but I don't want it in so far. Okay, so you kind of want to make a top and a bottom, and you kind of want to draw a line, you know, to where, in your mind, where you want it. And you want it in far enough that it's not right on the edge, but far enough to where it's not on the edge. But where you can get Okay, here it goes. And it works just fine. So, I got my hole poked in there. Now I'm going to go down to this one and do the same on the bottom. My little thing was stuck in there. So I'm just going to do the same on the bottom. And I have this thing right here measured, so that's as far as it'll go in. Like I said, I don't want it too far in, but I don't want it too far out on the edge either. It's got to be far enough that I can get a jump ring through it. Okie dokie, we got 2 holes poked in that one. Let's do this one. I'm going to go in between the stars. And I'm using the smallest one. Smallest hole. There's a small one and a big one. I'm using the smallest one. Okay. Get the little ends out so I can see where I'm poking. And I want somewhat of a straight line. And there you go. And that's how you poke a hole in a CD. Very easy. I don't know if, because this has a sharp, they're really sharp points on them. Can you see those sharp points? Anyway, they got really sharp points on them, and so I don't know whether regular hole punch would work or not. It might be too big of a hole, but I have different sizes of hole punches, but that one is good enough. So now I'm going to find me a couple of jump rings. Oh, these are fish toggles. You get them in the fishing department. And these are really good to hang anything like this on because it's a swivel and it will swivel around. Like that little ball at the bottom swivels. That's what they're called, is swivels. Swivels, swivels, swivel swivels. Say that 10 times. And I have black paint everywhere. Okay, dokie. I want probably silver jump rings because all I have is silver chain. And that one's too big. I don't want one that big. And I don't want one that little. And that one's, those are copper. I just might have to use the copper ones. I make my own jump rings, so. And I made them all big. Here's kind of a medium-sized one. Let's see. That one will probably work. Let's see if I can find 4 of those. There's 2. Three, 4. Yay, I found 4 of them. Yay for me. These get all tangled up. Okay. Now, we've got to have chain on the top. And I found an extra one. And I do have gold chain, but I want to use this chain here. It's all tangled up. That's the chain I want to use, and I didn't get my cutters out to cut it. They're right up here above me. I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm going to get this untangled. You don't need to sit here and watch. Alrighty, I'm back. Got that untangled, so now I've got to figure out how much I want on the top. Probably that much. Hang on, I gotta go get my glasses. I can't see these little bitty things. Okay, I'm back. I found them. So, yeah, I think about there. It's good. I'm gonna cut that off. These little bitty links. Okay. And I'm going to do another one. And I'm probably going to get quiet, guys, because I do that when I'm concentrating. So I'm trying to measure another one for this other piece. There we go. We'll put that away. Okay. Let's see. That one goes with that one. And that one goes with that one. This one and this one. Okay. Let's get started here. Let's get our jump ring on the top. And that's the reason you don't want to put them your holes down too far, is because you'll have to use bigger jump rings. I don't want to use bigger jump ring. So I need to open that again. I'm not changing the size of the jump ring. I'm just opening it to put my chain on it. First of all, do I want my bead? Or do I just want a chain at the top? So I'll close that up again. I just wiggle it back and forth till they meet. Till I feel them meeting together. Okay, now the chain. I gotta have another jump ring. I had some little ones out. Do I need to use the little one? Here's for this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to use a little one. Get my pliers. And I'm not pulling apart, I'm twisting the jump ring. Like so. I'm going to put it through my bead. And through my chain. Yay, I got a hair. Close it up. Yay, I got a hair. It's not a hair, it's fuzz. Okay. Make sure that jump ring's closed. Okay, I feel them touching. That looks pretty. Now we need another jump ring for the top. I got real tiny ones in here. I need a tiny one. And that one's going to put our hooky thing on it. Open it. Put our chain through it. Put our swivel hook on it. And then close it. Come on, jump ring. Okay, it's closed. So that should be long enough, maybe a little too long. I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe I should cut this chain a little shorter. Yep. And that one will be just fine for that one. I won't have to use this chain. I'll use it for a different one. Whoops, wrong. Get me another little jump ring. Wrong tools, Nancy, wrong tools. Okay, look at me go, trying to find a pick up a jump ring. Where does it open? Right there. Struggle, struggle. Get my swivel hook. We're gonna go fishing. Get my pliers. My husband just came home from getting a treatment and he's really not feeling good. And there's nothing I can do to make him feel better. Okay, that looks pretty. Now let's do it on the bottom. See, I put the hole too far in. For the size of this jump ring, I guess I'm not going to use these beads because I'd have to string some wire and I'm not going to do that. We went over to this couple's house Saturday night for dinner. I had never met her. She's a friend of Wes's. Her and her husband are. Well, actually, he's a lawyer. He's a bankruptcy lawyer. So I thought I would make her a couple of dream catchers or sun catchers for a thank you for inviting us over. We had baked salmon and baked potato and baked sweet potato, corn on the cob, a nice plate of fruit, and cherry cheesecake and chocolate chip ice cream for dessert. And it was delish. to open that just a little bit wider. To get this charm on there, come on. Don't lose me now, guys. Don't lose me now. Come on now, be good. Okay. They bought this gingerbread looking house, 3 stories high. It's a 2-family house. They have a renter upstairs, but it's 170 years old. And Mike, painted it periwinkle blue with white trim. And it looks like a gingerbread house. Come on. I want to make sure my jump rings are closed. There's not any spaces in between them. And they don't want to cooperate. And she is a seamstress, and she sews drapes for people's houses. All right, look how that looks. Chain, swivel hook, bead at the top, bead at the bottom. And it's gorgeous. I'm gonna see if I can bend that around that bead a little bit. It's bothering me. This end cap. I probably should have my other pliers to do that with. These big boys. I'm just going to use my fingers. There we go. All right. I think that's pretty. As a thank you. Now I'm going to do the other one. I'm going to do it the same way. So if you want to go, you can go. If you want to stay and watch, you're welcome to stay. I would never turn you away. Okay. Oh, I put this one in way too far. Okay, we're going to have this one on top. And my little wire is too little. My hoop-de-doo. See if it'll go through that end. Sure did. I gotta buy some more of this paint. Oh my goodness. It just doesn't want to get on that jump ring. Goodness. Come on, chain. Now get on there. For heck's sakes. I've never had this much trouble. There we go. And then I drop it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Why didn't you yell at me, guys? Why didn't you yell at me and tell me I was putting that chain on the wrong way? Well, it's real. It's real life around here. If I drop it one more time, I'm going to scream bloody murder. Yes, I am going to scream bloody murder. I really should have a towel or something on this glass. Okay. I need a little jump ring. I can tell my glasses are not helping any. Now I hope I can get this little bitty wire through. I'm going to have to make another hook. Anybody see where that jump ring went to? I'm afraid I made my hook a little too small. for the gauge of this jump ring. I'm going to find a different gauge jump ring. And who cares if it's silver or gold or copper or whatever. Let's see if this one will work. Yep, it did. Got it. Better close that or I'll have those all over the floor. Not quite closed, guys. Okay, there, I feel it touching. Alright, we got the top part. Phew. That was a struggle. Now let's get the bottom one done. Come on, jump ring, come on. You're getting a lesson on how to close jump rings. Maybe how not to close jump rings. Okay, now we gotta find another one for this. And hope I left my wire hole big enough to go through it. Looks like I probably didn't. I don't know what I was thinking when I made these. Phew, I did. Put a little charm on the bottom. She's an oil painter too. She had beautiful pictures that she painted. There they are together. All right. Oh, that looks really pretty. There's the guitar. There's the guitar at the bottom. Do I have the autofocus on? Probably not. There's the guitar. There's the bead, sun catcher, bead, and the chain. And I think it's beautiful. Alright guys, got 2 of them done. And I'm probably going to go make some more with paint because the other ones I did, I don't like them. The paint ran. This one's not so good either. But, you know what? It's good enough. Alright, I probably need to do some more tie-back beads. I probably should do that, and because I don't have any more of those beads to use. So, I need to go paint some more tie-back envelopes so I can make some more beads. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up, and I hope this helped you in doing sun catchers and making your own leading when you run out. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and please push the, I'm going to turn that off, and please push the bell next to the subscription, and you will see when my next video is coming out, when I upload my next video. Alright, thanks guys, bye bye.